Everyone good in the back? All good? Excellent. Coach, we'll throw it to you, sir.
All right. Great to get spring ball underway. Excited for the opportunity to build this team. Every year your team starts over and starts fresh, and I think even more so with the new world of transfer portal and all that. You know, each year is going to be completely different, an opportunity for us to build and create an identity. It's great to get these guys out here and get started. Since the last time we talked, we've had some changes on the defensive side of the ball. Coach Wilkes took a position with the Carolina Panthers, and we wish Coach Wilkes the absolute best. Appreciate his work with us this past season. After reflecting and thinking about what was best for our program, I felt like promoting Blake Baker to the defensive coordinator alongside DJ Smith being the co-defensive coordinator would allow for us cohesiveness in that room, continuing on the progress that we had made towards the end of the season. Blake has got experience calling defense, experience in this league, and experience putting it together. Coach Smith has got experience with our players and our communication and what we're doing here. And I look forward to them to a collaborative effort to continue to improve our defense. Coach Pogue is going to take we hired Al Pogue. Coach Pogue is going to coach the corners. And very excited about Al's energy and experience and what he's going to bring. Our defensive staff has been working well together and hard, putting this thing together to make improvements, and that's the name of the game on both sides of the football. So excited to bring those guys on and get started. I don't know that there's any other updates unless you got questions about it. So with that, I'll just open it up for questions.
Eli, how does the dynamic work with the two guys? I mean, is play calling kind of a combined thing, or is Blake the voice on game day?
Yeah, Blake will be the play caller. He's got experience calling defenses in game scenarios and situations. It'll be a collaborative effort throughout the week, with different areas broke down, but the final say will be Blake as the defensive coordinator and Coach Smith as the co-defensive coordinator.
Scheme-wise, will Blake be similar to what you guys had, or a dramatic difference, or what's that like?
No, it should be. We're trying to carry over as much of the calls and style of defense that we can. Obviously, every defensive coordinator has their own fingerprint that they'll put on it, including Coach Smith and the wrinkles that he's going to want to add. And so, but we want to try to keep the terminology as similar as we can.
Eli, at practice I noticed a number 3 in an offensive jersey that isn't listed on the roster today. Did you guys earn a number this early?
Yeah, Luther Burden earned his number yesterday.
Eli, with Bush Hamden coaching the quarterbacks, does that change anything you do at practice? Are you able to roll more or anything like that?
I'm able to yell a lot more. That's why my voice is quieter, because I'm allowed to focus on a lot of different positions instead of just one. But no, it allows me to kind of see the whole picture and insert myself in a lot of different things. Make sure I'm keeping eyes on the defense. You know, I was watching group run today. It just allows me a little bit more freedom.
As health-wise, where are you guys at? I mean, I don't know that if we've gotten this, I apologize, but just guys that you know are missing the entire spring.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've got several guys that had surgeries post-bowl game and are going to be out for, I don't know if it'll be all spring, but most of the spring. Chris Abrams-Drain had a surgery following the season. Martez Manuel had a surgery following the season. Bobby Lawrence had an injury during the season. Snoop, Zaquan Reeves is still recovering. Ennis is still recovering. Jelani Williams is still recovering from his injury, was out there in a green jersey. So, we're still quite, especially on the back end, a little bit beat up. But our guys are working, really hard. And, again, it's an opportunity for some of these guys that have transferred in, or young guys like Marcus Scott being out there, an opportunity to get quality reps, and individual player development's our number one goal in the spring.
Eli, this is your second full spring now, and I'm kind of curious,
Yeah.
what are some of those things that you took away from last spring again to have that and that you want to kind of implement just getting started going into spring ball this year?
Well, it's just like I was talking to those guys at the end of practice. I mean, we just got to continue to build better habits, consistency in our performance, consistency in our practice habits, consistency of how we do anything is how we do everything. And, today we had several mistakes and things that I didn't consider to be consistency of how we want to perform. And so that's what I'm looking forward, that's really what I'm looking for, is how can we develop habits of a championship football program, and that's to have consistent practices, not be good one day, bad one day, low energy. Like we got to have it. We got to be the same people every day.
Eli, how different is it evaluating quarterbacks in spring as opposed to in the middle of the season when you don't have an opponent you're playing for?
Again, I think it's really important for both Tyler and Brady to understand that the job's not going to be earned in the spring. It's about going out there and developing and being consistent as a performer, learning from mistakes, failing forward, so to speak. And so don't go out there every day with this pressure that this throw is going to be, if I make this throw, I'm going to be the starting quarterback. We're not. We're going to add competitive competition. Sam's going to be able to have an opportunity to earn the job when he shows up on campus. And so, we're competing every single day because we always compete. But, after the spring game, there's not going to be an announcement on who the quarterback is.
Eli, there was a lot made this week about a quarterback that you might be pursuing who's not currently on the roster. Can you offer any sort of update on where that stands or if there is a pursuit in action?
No, I can't comment on any recruiting.
Anything else for Coach?
Eli, with Luther returning his number this quickly, what's stood out about him so far that earned that number this quickly?
Yeah, I mean, he has done what he's supposed to do. Been very attentive to detail. He's been very coachable. He's worked hard. Has made a couple of plays that earned him the opportunity to get his number, which is great for him, But I mean, everybody gets an opportunity to earn their number, so it's just part of the process. I guess would be the biggest thing. Is it's just part of the process. That doesn't need to fuel any more hype. Plenty of hype out there. Just calm down. Still February, late February.
Barrett mentioned specifically
Yeah.
the other day he was a guy, that Luther was a guy that came in here and, like, you can't tell he's the number one receiver in the country or whatever. He's done everything the way you would want a freshman to. I mean, is that what you've seen so far?
Yeah, absolutely. He's very humble. Attacks every day because he wants to get better. You don't see entitlement. You see a guy who's very humble and hungry and working to earn his opportunity. I think that speaks to the culture of Coach Russell in the weight room and the seniors and those guys that are making sure that these guys are bought into how we're going to go about doing it here,
Anything else for Coach? Thank you, sir.
All right.